This channel is supported by my online fishing courses at saltstrong.com/Skinner, as well as my books, including my latest book, Fishing the Edge, Techniques and Tales from Surf, Boat, and Kayak. You can learn more about the books at johnskinnerfishing.com and on Amazon. All right, come on, first cast of the morning here. Boy, does this look good. Come on, guys, be there. Okay, it's before sunrise and it's foggy, so a little bit grainy on this first clip here. A little shaky. It'll get better. I'm starting with a Dark Matter Astro Spook, and I'll have links to all of the gear in the video description. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. This is Eastern Long Island. Oh, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. Except ideally I would hook him, but he didn't touch it. That was a solid fish. Oh, that's what you want to see on that first cast. Damn. There's some weight there. I didn't touch it. All right, but no follow through, so I'm going to switch over to a dark matter pencil. I'll get better distance with that. I'll be able to cover some water that I can't cover with this plug. All right, we're fishing. All right, pencil, first cast. Oh, that didn't get far. That's almost certainly going to be a bluefish. I mean, I like hit that fish in the head. Okay, came off. That's almost certainly a blue. Oh, I did a dumb thing. Should always keep that plug going after losing a bluefish. Dumb. Numerous times in over many years, or at least several times, I've lost an obvious smallish blue. Got the plug going again and had a big bass. So it's like they follow it. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I said that while I was on the water. This is the after narration. And I just got done cooking the video, reviewing it, and I'm going to see a striped bass, a big one, underneath a hooked blue when I'm landing it. And so I'll let you know when that happens. Here we go, bass. Not big, but yeah, bass. All right. I'll make a move after this cast. All right, made a little move. Good enough.
All right, I'm going to keep the camera angle down a little bit so I can show you the rod. Just thump, thump, thump. Perfect action on the spook.
Oh, yeah. That's just all bluefish, man.
Yeah, so I got some new pliers. Yeah, these things are nice. They're heavy duty, and they're from Tsunami. I'll put a link in the video description if I can find one. So that plier holder and the boga holder are both Turtle Cove tackle. I definitely have links for that. Yeah, these have been great for me. Really like them. It was a while for me to find a good holder for a 60-pound boga, and this really does the job. Yeah, you see me check for frays there, running that line through my fingers. But even if the line looks good, you got to check it after a bluefish. Yeah, you don't want to nick in there and lose a good bass or something, or a plug.
There's no way there's not a bass in here. Come on.
All right, should be able to see that plug going back and forth. It's got real nice action. The important thing is when you do those pulls on the rod, you just give it a little momentary slack at the end of each pull, and it helps that plug go forward on its own. And yeah, these things are deadly.
It's another blue.
All right, so you heard me scold myself about not keeping the plug going after I had lost that bluefish, and I said it's because sometimes a big bass will follow a bluefish that's hooked. Huh, unbelievable. You're going to get to see this. It's going to be hard to see. If you focus on that big black rock, look right now behind the fish. There he goes. There's a big bass underneath that bluefish. It really is a thing. I know it was hard to see, but if you focus, like I said, on that clip, you focus on the big dark rock, you'll see the fins. And I can tell it's big because I can see the pectoral fin. I can see the tail in the distance. It's a good sized bass. I would not have attempted this with my older pliers. I would have used the boga, but yeah, these things have some grip to be able to do that. And you know, I've got the barbs crushed mostly on these, but still they catch a little bit.
A better one, maybe? Yeah, just better than the last one, that's all.
So even this bite died. You know, I stayed with it even though it was all blues because it could still be bass there. So I've made a move. Got a rip. Gonna bucktail it. All right, let me explain this spot. You might be able to see the color variation where it's darker and closer, and then it gets like a greenish, a lighter color on the outside. Only about the first 25% of the retrieve here is worth anything. It is kind of a drop-off out there, so I've got an 1.5 ounce bucktail throwing quite far. It's a sparsely tied bucktail, or what's left of it, having gone through bluefish and things. So I get good distance with it, and this was the first cast, so I'm just kind of trying to figure out the current, and then I'll make an adjustment where I'm going to let that bucktail fall as far as I dare. I don't want to go into the bottom and drag in bottom, but I know I've got to get down with it, so that's what I'm trying to do.
Got something on there. Okay, there's my striper for the morning, huh? Send me your mother. Wow, you are small.
Alright, bucktails, pencils, spooks. If you got those in your bag in these areas, you're in pretty good shape. I think that's the only thing I have in my bag. Not wrong, I have one bomber in there for darkness. So I'm just working that first 25% of the cast, and I burn it in from there, because the problem is this 1.5 ounce bucktail will hang in the shallow stuff. Now, sometimes there are fish in the shallower stuff, but then I have to use a lighter weight bucktail, and then it won't cast as far. And right now, it's well after sunrise, and I just feel like the fish are going to be deeper. They're not going to be uptight. So, yeah, just get that 1.5 ounces, let it hit, let it settle as much as I dare. I don't know how deep the water is there. Just know I have got a little time just to let it drop, let it drop.
Slightly bigger. Oh, they're getting bigger. Yeah, this is the worst looking bucktail ever. I know. But it's also the bucktail that I can cast far. Yeah, I'm just letting it drop in on him there. It's like I can't even get him on consecutive casts because the line going onto the spool a little tighter cuts down on the distance of the next cast, and then I can't reach him. See, like this cast, I should get one. Come on. There he is. Okay.
All right, I came back in the evening. It was stone cold dead. Hey, you see these waves? Well, these are from a boat, like a 50-footer going 50 miles an hour, miles off, and it made these waves. And I was actually getting a sip of water, just taking a slight break, and I saw these waves. I said, let me cast. Sometimes it stirs things up, makes a difference.
That's a bass. I think it's a bass. I mean, I know he's jumping like crazy, but man, it sure looks like a bass tail. Yeah, it doesn't have the bluefish head shakes either. I mean, I get that a blue bass isn't supposed to jump like that, but...
And this will be the only fish I get on this evening session. The bluefish weren't even there. And yeah, it's been tough. I mean, throughout the summer, and you know, now we're starting to get a weather change, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bass. Very energetic.
Oh, that's the Dark Matter Heavy Pencil Bone color. I think that color is new this year. Not quite sure. All right. Hopefully the cooler weather brings better fishing. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Check out my online courses at saltstrong.com/Skinner. And don't forget my books, including my latest book, Fishing the Edge, Techniques and Tales from Surfboat and Kayak. You can learn more about the books at johnskinnerfishing.com and on Amazon.